So that shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, there goes the use for level 1 spells.
Yep, yep. Everyone in the group can fly, right?
Test step trick, but he can be carried by Grumblejack or something.
Yeah, Grumblejack can carry him.
Grab like one leg and just have him dangle there.
Just dangle upside down.
While dangling while carrying a crate.
Flailing upside down. Have you equipped Trick with all the stuff?
Yep.
Alright. Good. Good.
Do we give any of Cash's equipment to any of the NPCs?
That's my next question. Well, do we have anything that could be used by others?
Anything, I suppose, not weapons or arms related.
So, let's...
One of those items resize.
Over-resistance,
I think
maybe?
drinks do too.
Let's see. I am about to load my...
I'm pretty sure Cash has a pretty good belt that someone could use.
I have Headband of Vast Intellect +2, Cloak of Resistance +2, Belt of Physical Perfection +2, and +4... Let's see, it's gonna take some time to... On Acrobatics. Bracelet, that is Seducer's Bane +5 Resistance on Will. And Boots of Elvenkind +5. And my Mithril shirt.
Alright, and we can't use that. So, Cloak...
Cloak and the belt are the main things, I think.
Yeah, Cloak and the belt.
Can you share ownership over Raiju, perhaps? So we can min-max a bit here?
Also, Jonas?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want Trick to prepare just all 5 of his level 1 slots into Endure Elements, or do you want to do some of them?
Here you go.
No, I think Endure Elements for all of us is probably a pretty good idea.
Well, you can also prepare it as well if you have it, if you don't have the spell known or not.
Let's see if I actually have it in the spellbook. I do not, I think. Let's see here. Endure Elements. No, I don't have it. I guess I could go and buy it, but...
Well, in that... Well, there's no real base value here, so in that case, there goes all 5 level 1 spells.
Good.
All level 5?
All 5 of my level 1s.
Oh, of level 1. Well, there are not that many good level 1s anyway.
Shield of Faith is a pretty good one.
I think I would suggest giving the cloak to Raiju and the belt to Grumblejack.
Yes.
Oh, my belt.
You can have like ogre sweat.
Yeah, it will have ogre smell all over it.
Yeah, it's gonna smell like ogre.
Don't worry. Just like my equipment, it's gonna have to go through the wash after this.
Grumblejack washes like once or twice a year.
Yeah, it's pretty good for an ogre.
If you're lucky, it will be the day that Cash gets the belt back.
If anything, it'll smell like grease.
Yeah, we're putting all our equipment through wash once we get back.
Alright, put the belt on Grumblejack then, and the cloak on Raiju.
Yeah.
Actually, the belt might be better on Raiju, since Raiju sometimes uses his dex too.
I guess.
If
Sure.
that argument makes any sense.
It does.
What's Grumblejack wearing armor-wise is the great question.
Grumblejack's got a full plate, and he's got a +2 unholy greatsword. So.
Yeah, if you've got full plate, you can only use 1 dexterity anyway.
Yeah, so I think we're okay.
Alright, put the belt on Raiju then.
Yeah.
And give the bracers to Grumblejack maybe? Stop him from being mind controlled or whatever.
I mean,
Grumblejack does have the lowest will save.
Yeah, put that on him then. I did forget. No, Cash didn't buy those acid gloves, did you?
No, because it was ridiculous.
Okay.
It was.
I have to say, Trick even dwarfs.
Those are really good if you have a lot of attacks. Which
you know, she has so many attacks and she already gives so much damage. Those extra 5 damage didn't make any sense anymore.
No, it's a 1d6 extra damage per attack that hits.
It's basically having extra dice in your sneak attack.
Yep, it's like an extra fireball on top of everything else.
Well, I thought it was stupid. I would rather have some other.
We can always use them with other silencer gloves.
I think the argument that we used to not get the gloves is basically that cash does enough damage anyways, and the money should be spent on defensive stuff first.
Yeah, probably. Her poor will save. Oh.
Shut
Wait,
up.
so we gave Grumblejack the intelligence thingy? Or no, not the intelligence.
What?
What was it? Oh no, the cloak of resistance. Yeah, got you.
No, you
Is-
got
I was-
the belt of physical perfection.
Oh no, I thought we were giving that to Raiju though.
Alright.
We are giving both things to Raiju.
Is someone editing
confused. I
Raiju's
was-
token at the moment?
I guess you guys could figure all this stuff out while we play.
Sure.
Yeah,
I-
that's
Is
it.
I would-
someone
Is that
editing
not worth
Raiju?
them?
It's a simple question.
By the fact that
No.
no one's answering, I'm pretty sure it's no, probably.
Well, I wanted an answer.
But the point is, no, none of us can say yes because we don't know what other people are doing. None of us can say no because we don't know what other people are doing.
Then those that don't just say no.
No.
So let's keep going, shall we?
Let's keep going. Let's teleport. Bad guys away!
Don't move, Raiju, because I'm trying to see if I can do this. So he was given the belt and the... what?
Cloak.
And the cloak. Okay.
So, what do you do?
Well, Sakurai studies a map, sees that the island is over there, realizes that the closest they can get is probably like around here somewhere. Because that's an actual land he has seen.
You can certainly get to Seal Isle. They stayed there for a few days.
Oh, that's a fucking true. Seal Isle. Let's
you
return
perhaps-
to Seal Isle, shall we?
Could you perhaps scry the guy we met? Like the... what was he called?
White
Something?
Tusk, I think it was called
Well,
White
you
Tusk.
met him, so
I guess I could. He will
And
have
then
to
just
beat...
teleport next to him?
He will have to beat my DC for the scrying. I don't think he has a good will. So, we'll see. Sure, Sakurai will try to scry the guy. Chieftain White Tusk.
hour to do that.
Yep.
Will he just do it here?
Yeah, why not?
The
Yeah.
doorway?
I mean, he'll move in a bit, put down his mirror that he has on the table here, and scry into the mirror.
During that, then Sakurai and his giant friend sort of enter again. He looks kind of annoyed. He doesn't really say anything. He just goes over here.
Sakurai looks up, nods at him.
He just nods back, looking glum. He wants a drink. More like sort of mumbling something.
You could probably talk to Sakurath a bit when I do this. Kyron.
If you don't want
I
to.
was muted.
Maybe he doesn't.
I think Karen does actually want to talk to him. If you're seeing that Zekarot looks glum and something for some reason, you go up and say, "What's wrong? You look not as usual."
Frostjan sort of turns his head and looks at Kyron, and Sakura does the same. You know who's wrong.
No?
You met her too.
Oh. Yeah, okay, that can destroy someone's mood quite quickly.
As I expected. And you? She had good information for you, I hope. Something helpful.
I suppose some of it. But the things she wants, or Fawn wants us to do, are rather... Let's say it's one of the first things I'm not looking forward to doing.
To raise an eyebrow. You seemed very eager then to destroy angels. You have
Well, yeah.
the cathedral, the holy place of Mithra. What could scare you? If you're not told to stop the king's army single-handedly, that is. He then shucks down his drink.
Well, let's just say we are told to assassinate the king by talking to quite possibly the most powerful dragon in the world and somehow get him on our side, even though I know for a fact that's going to be nearly impossible.
Says, kill the king, eh?
I'd much rather face an entire army head on at this point.
Shakes his head and says, I suppose from the onlooker's view that would be good. So that is Thorn's plan, is it? Even with the king dead, there will still be generals leading the army, but perhaps generals I can outsmart.
Perhaps.
How do you intend to kill the king, then? You say talking to dragons? Never met one.
Oh, some can be quite pleasant, but not this one, I imagine. Anyways, I believe the plan is to kidnap his daughter and give him to said dragon so she's in danger. And then the king will come running foolhardily into a trap we shall prepare and hopefully get killed by us. But that plan seems way too simple to work.
You're fighting the king. Good luck. He smiles. I thought I should perish by his blade. You've seen me fight. I'd be no match for him.
He's a formidable fighter, then.
Yes, undeniably so. I admire him a bit for his prowess, as should anyone.
Well, to be quite honest, fighting the king is the part of the plan I'm least worried about, so we'll see.
Perhaps it is because it is the part that seems furthest away.
Yes, that it does.
I was told, though, that we are close to victory. Victory is perhaps what I dread most of all.
Yes, you've mentioned something like that before. But I'm sure there are perhaps ways to improve your odds, perhaps?
He looks to me, Rahal, and says, let us not discuss this now.
I see, okay. I should probably check what my companion over there is doing, otherwise he'll just disappear without me, and that wouldn't be pleasant. Then again, we are going to a place that is supposed to be very cold, so maybe I should just let him leave without me. I'm not fond of ice, to be honest.
There shrugs. Never hurt me. The fur, you know. I'll go back to try to get intoxicated by this human waste of ale.
Zacharias will actually chime in at this point, sort of, shout, calling from his concentration over there, half distracted, looking down, weaving the spells. He will say, Sakharoth, the troll chieftain who was with you, Snackrot, I think his name was?
Yes.
It seems he tried to lead us into a trap. Would you mind awfully if we destroyed him?
Yes, I would. He's quite the powerful one. Has a lot of his people with him. I gotta need every single one of them. I can, however, make sure he is positioned unfavorably on the field of battle when I face the king's army.
Zacharias nods. That will be sufficient.
What are we gonna do about Horus?
These guys gonna hang around.
Yeah, hang around. Maybe have a trip to hell and back.
He can guard Halthus in the prison.
Go to hell, Horus.
Well, the thing is, Horus only speaks to Cash, so even if you told him, he would just... Why should I?
Probably go home.
And go back to hell, have a nice bath.
Swim in the lake of torment.
Yeah, sounds like a good vacation. I guess Horus will just poof then. In a roaring fire. He's gone.
And now, until we get Cash back, he can't be resummoned because she's the only one who can.
Yeah, Chiron will turn to Zechariah once more and say, good luck getting drunk on this stuff. And actually, if you don't mind, could I take one of those, or maybe 2 or 3 of those barrels with me? I don't think you can get drunk on ice. And I have the feeling I want to get very drunk very soon.
Take what you want. Speaking of impossible missions.
Frowns and nods, and we'll go grab some barrels that look tasty.
Jarl doesn't seem to really like Kyron much. She sort of looks at him. But maybe that's just because he's a human.
Karen doesn't like him either.
I guess Karen's got like one barrel over each arm and then like one barrel sitting on top of those two.
Notice
Sure.
the Jarl seems slightly stronger than him.
What?
You know.
Karen charges the Jarl.
Well,
Bull rush.
Karen can't really fight right now with like 2 barrels in each hand and like biting on a 3rd barrel to carry it around.
Righteous, seeing your trouble, will come over and help because he wanted. And he wants.
Sure.
He'll take
Okay.
a barrel. He already has a barrel under one arm. Or she.
So we're bringing 5 barrels.
This is mostly alcohol that's not made to be drunk from barrels.
That's a matter of
fine
opinion.
wines and honeyed mead and stuff like that.
That's a matter of opinion, indeed.
Bring down
Righteous
5
will.
barrels.
Yes, we have 5 barrels. Let's go.
Sit down.
Meanwhile, in the land
Sort
of
of looks slightly interested in what Sakurai is doing, but not meddling.
Who
he
is?
currently has his own thoughts. Sakurai. He begins to fiddle with some different maps and such of the region.
Do you want Righteous to turn medium?
Yes.
Sakurai scries. Who did he scry?
The chieftain, White Tusk.
Right. He sees currently a young man, clearly quite strong. He's carrying a bow and a harpoon at the moment, and he is standing on the edge of some ice of what seems to be a small village of mostly tents, a few wooden buildings. There's eyes all around him, some dogs running around, and quite a few others all dressed in fur with him.
Zacharias will whisper to him using the message spell. And he will say...
I might add, he didn't speak our language.
let's see, what language does he speak?
Most likely speaks Utak.
Utak. Let's see here.
time.
We did talk to him though, right?
Yeah,
No,
his
we
man.
had a translator.
He had a translator with him.
Yeah.
God damn it. Well, I can use a linguistics check to try to talk to him.
Okay.
Like to try
Don't
and figure out the
you
romantic
don't you have that
members.
spell so you can speak every language?
Well, you're
Not
prepared.
prepared. Not prepared.
Oh, it's too bad Cash isn't here.
Yeah.
Does she speak Utak?
She speaks
How
every
do you speak
language.
tongues.
She speaks every language. She's very smart.
Not as smart as Zacharias.
That should suffice, yes.
Got a brief sentence.
Can you even use linguistics like that?
Yeah. Pretty sure you can.
Let's see. Linguistics.
I mean, part of it's detecting forgeries,
In
but
the meantime, I'll look in the chat and see what they say.
I can be understood. I don't speak fluently, but I can make myself understood, I think.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm pretty sure the linguistics check is basically to decipher a different
Decipher
language.
writing.
And not just to spontaneously speak a different language.
Well, unfamiliar languages or messages or incomplete and archaic forms.
Yeah, but understand and not speak.
Well, then we have to wait
You
until
could
tomorrow.
try, of course, but that would basically require you to be there, sort of speak with body language and such.
Then I guess it would. Zacharias looks around at the area where he is, like takes in all the details.
Sure. I mean, it's a small icy village, nothing too spectacular.
how long can Zacharias hold his tongue spell?
Tongue spell.
Not tongue spell. No, how long can he hold his scrying spell? I should say.
Like 13 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that.
How long does it take for a divine cast to prepare a spell?
15 minutes,
Oh well,
I think.
that's disappointing.
Let me
Depends on
take a
the
look.
amount of spell slots. But yeah, minimum like 10. And then 15 for, I think, 30% of his spell slots. Something like that.
I can keep this grind going for 13 minutes.
I mean, if it takes only 10, I guess using one of his spells.
Sure.
He wouldn't have prepared all of them, so
Sure.
he'll go ahead. He can go ahead and do tongues and put it on Zacharias.
It's not a personal spell?
I'm pretty sure tongues not. I'll double check that. Really quick search. Tongues, creature touched.
Sure.
I'll mark that off.
Zacharias now speaks and understands the language of any intelligent creature.
Yeah. Then Zacharias will now, with the
ritual dialect.
3 minutes left, using the message spell, will whisper into his mind, basically saying, "Do not be alarmed, Chieftain White Tusk. I speak to you from beyond the waters. I am Zacharias Wraith, the part of the group you met on a journey some 2 years ago south. We traded and became friends, allies." He, thinks back and says, "A narwhal horn exchanged for mithril metal scraps."
Yeah. I should have been talking to him. He calls out, "What?" And then looks around to the others around him. "Bring me Joseph, quickly!" In his cake language, as some of the others then run away. He sort of stands there, moving a hand to his head, clearly unsure of what this is.
As was perhaps clear then, I am a wizard of some power, and I call upon you now for aid. Our group, I am sure you remember us. We had peaceful and amicable trade relations, have fallen upon hard times. 3 of our people are destroyed, killed by our enemies in the south, and we now seek you and your tribe's help in restoring them.
Sort of takes it and says, "Do you hear me?"
Yes.
Looks at the others around him, sort of nods. It says, "There is one talking to me through my mind. He seems to hear what I say." He sort of look frowning, but they clearly respect this man enough to say nothing. And says, "I remember you. It is a long time ago."
Yes, much has happened to our group since we met on that voyage those years ago, Chieftain White Tusk. Much has happened, and as I said, recently, dire situation forced us into battle, and 3 of our compatriots were destroyed, at least we think. The last one is unaccounted for still, and we seek your help in reviving them, bringing them back. We have heard that your people sometimes can employ beseeching the spirits of the land itself to bring back those who are dead and who has no body left.
He clearly conflicted for a moment, says, "Yes, some of us have that power."
Then, Chieftain White Tusk, I beseech you to aid us in this endeavor. With your permission, we shall arrive at your village, or in a spot close, if you rather have that, within an hour.
Says, "Bring me, if you will, then, something to trade. These secrets are not just given out, especially to outsiders. We have had good trade relations, yes. Let us keep those going."
Zacharias considers, "Of course, Chieftain White Tusk. What materials, what goods would you be interested in trading?"
"We have raided much of the south for metals and weapons. What we would seek would be any maps you can bring of the north."
Zacharias nods. "That can be arranged. I shall bring maps of the north, the most accurate we have. Is there anything else?"
He stops and says, "You will need some valuables. It requires certain components. Not that I'm a master of these things." As he says this, another man runs up to him, dressed in basically a wolf's fur. You recognize this man faintly as the translator. Comes up to him, asks him what is going on. He'll say that he's speaking with one of the southern traders whom he sold the white tusk to. Stops and says what they want. He answers that this person wishes to bargain with us, and he wants to know what to bring for such a bargain. He'll sort of stop and look at him, and then he'll ask if this person can hear him. White Tusk will then ask, "Can you hear?"
Yes, I am aware of everything in a somewhat large circle around you, chieftain.
I'll tell that to the translator, who then goes silent and says, "We shall speak about this in private." Says, "I suppose you heard that as well, then."
Yes.
"You shall arrive here soon, then, with boat?"
Via spell, chieftain.
Says, "I see. Perhaps then there is something you can do for me, if we may talk. You, of course, come with no ill intent."
Of course, chieftain, we seek your aid. Nothing more.
His advisor is clearly worried. A sort of heavily furrowed brow. Says, "Very well then. An hour."
Good. Zacharias looks around. Is there like a rock formation or a tree formation, something that is distinct enough for him to have a clear picture in his mind for teleportation?
He's currently standing on a hill. There's sort of spears or harpoons put in the ground, and from them are pieces of sort of some pelts and whatnot cut into what could look like banners.
Okay.
It seems like on the banner there's been painted two crude sort of white stripes crossing each other.
Zacharias observes the banners and say, "Chieftain, if I may request, do not remove the spears with the banners on them. Those will serve as the focus of our arrival."
"Do not bring many or much force. My people are not used to outlanders coming here."
Of course not. We will have some compatriots with us for security, of course. But, as I said, we bring no ill intent, and I swear upon everything that is holy that none of your people will come to any harm.
So you just see an ambitious glint in his eye. He sort of looks and says, "All right then."
Zacharias will then break the contact.
All right.
And he will look to the others and say, we will leave within an hour. First I need to go to Gaston Hall. There is someone there I need to contact immediately." And then I'll take the mirror and get up.
If I may, Zacharias, I request just before we go for you to tell me first, so I can put the protection up you asked for.
He nods. Within an hour, I will return, and then we will leave.
Raiju will look at the two masters that there now is. Would it be required to me to look more human?
Zacharias looks at Raiju and nods. Yes, the more human you can look, the better. We don't want to frighten these people, since we are in need of their help. He looks over to Grumblejack, and you will behave yourself. Otherwise I will have Chiron dump you into the ocean in many pieces.
He grumbles.
Oh. Well, let's find a human, shall we?
They don't call him Grumblejack for nothing. He's got a real convincing grumble.
Oh.
And after that, Zacharias will teleport to Gaston
Manor?
Hall.
I think we're taking all of us to Gaston Halls then, you don't have to go back and forth.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, yeah, I can take us all to Gaston Hall, certainly.
But you should have to teleport to Gaston Hall, then back.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. I'll teleport every...
Saving spells.
The party will... That's true, I will have one teleportation left. This might be good to have.
Raiju will turn into a human female.
Yep.
I'll change the token when I have made it.
And then Zacharias will teleport the party to the Gaston Hall Manor.
Sure. Appear the gas.
It's filled with miffrins.
Do you have a map for it here, or should we just move our tokens to like Gaston Hall?
Just
On
move
the...
it on the.
Alright.
There's no real
There's
point to
no point to
go
go.
to the combat map unless we have combat in the mansion.
I don't know. Just,
I mean,
just
they're not
checking
combat
if
for it.
if it's here, you know. Arriving at the manor, Zacharias will quickly look around and he will say, I need to speak to my subordinate in the Void Senate as well as Count Vestromo. We need to find out what happened to Marcus and how we can bring him back. I doubt it will be as simple as resurrecting him. Now then, if you will excuse me. Glares at Grumbliok, do not leave the manor.
He grumbles again. Kind of like kicks at a little stone on the ground.
And Zacharias leaves the manor and goes hurriedly to the academy to find Mott.
Well, Mott will not probably be at the academy. He'll be in his little shop.
Oh, yes, the shop. Let's go to the shop.
The mod shop.
The Mott shop, yes.
Oh,
That's right, he had a shop, I remember now.
Did he make a profit? Is he paying taxes to us?
Mott is doing important work.
I see.
well, of course he is.
Zacharias will arrive and see. You know, Mott doesn't really have a counter as much. He has sort of a little area with a different few potions, sort of an alchemical reagent standing on shelves, and then there's a little bell that's a sort of ring for special requests or you know, what's it called? Well, if you wanted to go there, basically.
There you go.
Well, is Mott invisible in the visible spectrum inside the shop?
No. It's sort of a very small entrance area.
Trick! Look the other way. Not now.
Is Trick hitting on a Raiju? This is weird.
That's nothing new.
Well, Raiju, I mean, whatever.
You can be whatever you want.
You know, one
Well,
monster as well as another, right? I mean,
You have seen that Raichu has been going into cash room with Trick before, so
alright, you know, things are happening in there for sure.
yeah, sure.
Crumblejack looks much more suave when you flip him the other way.
Hello. Yeah, it's true, he does. Well, Slicker, is there anyone visible in the shop?
No.